But let's bring on board the management of L&T Infotech. They also came out with their earnings. We've got on board with us Sanjay Jalona, the CEO and MD at L&T Infotech. He joins us. And what we'd like to understand, Mr. Jalona, is it's been strong growth for you in Q3. What was the contribution from Syncordis acquisition? And if you could give us a flavor of the organic growth drivers.
Yeah, so we had an all-around growth. So if you take a breakup of 8.5% growth that we had quarter on quarter, Syncordis accounted for only $1.9 million. So if you take Syncordis out, it will be 0.7% of the growth. Rest of the growth is all organic. And it's broad-based across verticals. So we had good growth in BFS, we had good growth in retail CPG, good growth in high-tech, good growth in manufacturing. So all across, all verticals, all service lines, there was a good growth.
Right. Also, growth is broad-based across verticals. How is it that you see traction in BFSI, manufacturing, high-tech, as well as retail going forward?
Yeah, if you look at our numbers, it's been a broad-based growth, as I said, and it has come on top of a few initiatives. One, large deals that we won in the last 5 quarters have been something like $300 million worth of net new incremental revenues. That's starting to flow through in a good way. Second thing is our focus on Minecraft, which is top 50 accounts, driving consulting capabilities, relationship capabilities, as well as delivery capabilities, account management capabilities onto those accounts, and driving up growth has helped. And thirdly, opening right levels of accounts, new accounts, is an important asset as well, while parallelly focusing on bringing things like ADI, which is analytics and digital in every account, to bear. Even in this quarter, if you really look at it, while traditionally weak, the large accounts, the large deals that we had announced in the last 5 quarters have actually pulled in a lot of revenue. We also opened 17 new logos, and 4 of them, what is really commendable is that 4 different teams, 4 different verticals have opened 4 new Fortune 500 companies as new accounts, and they will start to fuel the growth in the next few quarters as well.
All right, fair enough. Comment on how geographically Europe grew in double digits, quarter on quarter. North America was healthy and India was strong. Do you see similar momentum in the near term as well?
So if we are very optimistic on the world economy overall. I think if you really look at it, America might grow as at a rate of 3%, which is going to be quite phenomenal. When I go and meet customers, when I talk to people across all verticals, one common theme that we are seeing is that they are more and more willing. One, because of healthy growth, they are willing to talk about new projects, new programs as well. And if you bring new thinking to the customers in the areas that matter to them, which is helping them excel better and be in touch with consumer a lot more, there are opportunities that can be brought to bear. In terms of Europe, yes, Europe is a very important geography. Also helped, by the Syncordis acquisition that we had. $1.9 million only December revenue that has helped in Europe revenues as well. On your question on India continues to be a strategic opportunity, but it will only account for 7-8% of our revenues. We want to keep it at that. We are very focused on fewer programs, large ERP programs or large analytics programs that we want to work with customers in India.
Right, digital is now 33% of the mix. Which digital opportunities are growing rapidly in your view, and what's the kind of run rate you see from here?
I think digital, people misunderstand digital as, either you're creating an app whereby you're interacting with the bank or driving just operational efficiency. I think digital, one part is, yes, knowing new technologies that are coming to bear, but it's actually a way of working. So what we call LTI digital wow, a way of working. And it's got many components into it. Technology definitely plays, knowing the best and the brightest technologies that are coming to bear and having a mastery at that is very important. But then having an outcome-based mind, knowing the vertical that you want to digitize, changing the way business processes are being changed, using new engineering technologies, agile, DevOps, etc., are very important. If you look at the growth, 6 quarters back when we started measuring it, we were at 20%. Today we are at 33%. Yeah, it could very well be 45%. But what is more important is there's nothing called legacy anymore. Customers are investing in newer technologies, newer ways of doing business to do either drive up operational efficiencies or find new business models for themselves or change the way they transform the experience for the customers or launch new revenue generation models. That is where the technology is being adapted today.
Okay, so tell me about the key deal wins, the deal pipeline, and what's your ramp-up visibility?
So last 5 quarters we did close $300 million. We have a pipeline of around $800 million of incremental revenue. Last year, growth-wise, we did 10% constant currency growth. This year, if you look at 3 quarters of numbers that are already published, and we will grow incrementally on Q4 as well, we would be in mid-teens, which will probably be the leadership in growth in amongst the Indian peers. And with the deals that we have announced in the last quarter, I think we are well set for FY19 as well. So we are excited about the conversations that we are doing with the customers and feel optimistic about the future.
Okay, your EBITDA margin also improved. What is it that you're aiming at over the next 12 to 15 months?
EBIT, we have increased 40 basis points from last quarter. We have said we will keep the net margin at a very narrow band. We want to keep funneling into the business. We have a few large transitions to go through. We are also rebadging a few people. Obviously, we need to invest in the facilities that will need to be housing them, and also focus on the strengthening the Mosaic framework of solutions that we have. And for example, last quarter we launched Mosaic Security. We need to continue investing on that. So we want to keep the margin at the narrow band, whatever we have been maintaining, and push all the levers towards higher revenue growth.
Right. Based on client budgets, what's the growth outlook for FY19? Net hiring, addition planned, and local hiring, what's the estimate looking like there?
See, last year we grew by 10% constant currency. This year we will grow by in mid-teens. And with the large deals, while we do not give guidance for the future, we are optimistic about FY19 as well. In terms of people net addition, last quarter we added 840 people net addition. Attrition came down by, I think, 40 basis points as well. The percentage of people being hired in US or Europe, on-site locations continues to be the same, our on-site ratios. So obviously this 840 net addition is at both on-site and offshore. What is really definitely happening in terms of the hiring that we are doing in US, the percentage of local hires are being increased. We are increasing diversity, bringing all kinds of different talent. There's a talent available on all geographies. We want to integrate and be a truly global company.
Okay, thank you so much for highlighting what L&T Infotech has done in the quarter gone by and how their performance has been. Good to speak with you.